Let's head to the courts now. And family of late Army Major Maxwell Adam Mahama have renewed calls for more arrests in connection with the death of the soldier. 14 persons are currently standing trial at an Accra High Court, with the late soldier's deputy WO, Sabi Kwesi, being held to give evidence by state prosecutors. The trial continued today, with one of the defense lawyers accusing the late soldier of protecting illegal miners. Captain retired Dennis Mahama, who is the late soldier's father, has been speaking to Joy News on what they make of the court processes so far. We will hear from him, but first, here is a wrap of what transpired in court today.
At the previous court hearing, lawyer George Bernard Shaw was cross-examining Major Mahama's deputy, W.O. Sabi Kwesi. This was after state prosecutors had concluded leading him to give evidence. During cross-examination, George Bernard Shaw claimed the mining company the soldiers were protecting, CNJ Alaska, had been written to by the Minerals Commission to halt operation in the Joabo forest. Mr. Shaw also said the residents of Dencho Obuasi had a frosty relationship with the company due to concerns they were degrading the forest. The activities of this company had become topical following the lynching of the then Army Captain Maxwell Mahama by some residents of Dencho Obuasi. The DCE of the area, Daniel Apienin, was suspended by President Akufo-Addo following comments he made suggesting the company was engaged in illegal mining. W.O. Sabi, under cross-examination, said he was unaware of why they had been deployed to protect the company, but added they carried out their duties professionally. He, however, rejected a claim by lawyer Shaw that the military was deployed to the site because of the constant attacks on the company by the residents of Diaso. Mr. Shaw made reference to a letter written by the Minerals Commission asking the company to halt its mining activities, suggesting to the witness that the company was engaged in an illegal activity. W.O. Sabi said he was unaware of any such directive. The court has meanwhile ordered the head of department disclosure at Vodafone Ghana to make available phone records of the first accused person, William Ban, who is assemblyman for the area, on May 29, the day the soldier was lynched, and that of May 30, 2017. This follows an application made by his lawyer George Bernard Shaw saying access to the data will enable Mr. Ban put up his defense. This was not opposed by Chief State Attorney Evelyn Kelson. The case has been adjourned to June 5, 2018.
Joseph Akablay filed that report. Well, he's also been speaking to Captain retired Dennis Mahama. He says the family intends to mark Major Mahama's one-year anniversary next week.
So good. We are on it. We know that it's very slow and very frustrating, but we have to live with it. So that is why we're always in court. We want to follow the process, however slow it is. All that we want is justice for Major Maxwell Mahama.
How difficult is it for the family, having to come to court daily? I saw his younger brother also present in court. He just stepped away a short while ago. How is it tough for the family making it to court daily, the process dragging this slowly?
Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy. But we just have to hold ourselves as hard as possible and go through it. Like you said, you saw his junior brother. He came from London 5 days ago, purposely for the anniversary, which is coming on the 29th. 29th will be exactly 1 year that he passed away, and we're going to mark that day accordingly.
We'll get into that a bit, but Captain, the other issue has to do with earlier, the family had raised concerns about a number that had been brought before the court that, many people were seen, but only 14. Is this something that you've moved away from, or you still have those concerns?
No, we can't move away from that. You heard it loud and clear from our family spokesperson the other day that according to witnesses or people who watched the video of how the major was killed, they describe it as a mob of over not less than 50 people, some with stones, some with guns, some with sticks, cudgels, and even others who prevented him from escaping. We believe that they are all accomplices, and our law says that any accomplice to a crime is equally guilty of that crime. So we have been thinking that there shouldn't be not less than 50 people here, because it's the people who are involved in contributing in one way or the other to get him killed are more than 50. But I take consolation from the fact that the police are still on it. These 14 that are being tried cannot be all. we know that, well, they'll be tried, but the police is still on the heels of any others and still looking for more information to gather more people involved in this dastardly act. And at the appropriate time, when they get them, we will be coming to court again.
Captain, I heard you say those who have watched. Am I to understand that almost a year you've still not been able to, look at it yourself?
No, I can't watch. I can't watch it. I'm even unable to listen to the whole story from people who have watched it. I can't watch. I've never watched. And I don't think I can watch. I haven't watched and I'm even suffering. So I can't.
Let's talk about the 1 year anniversary. How do you intend to mark it? What series of activities? The media obviously must be invited.
Yes, the media is invited. We've sent out invitations. I'm sure your office would have received some. It's all about commemoration of the 1 year anniversary, which will take place on the 29th of May. On that 29th, we'll attend a church service and at the Burma camp there, and then proceed to the cemetery to lay wreaths. And then we gather at the Arakan Officers Mess as a family until 1 o'clock, when we move to a site that will be informed about later for the sword cutting.
For a monument in honor?
The construction of a monument in his honor. The government has approved of a monument, and they are going ahead to demonstrate their commitment to it. So there's going to be a sword cutting on that 29th.
Finally,
see, the 29th is a Tuesday, and so the memorial service to commemorate the whole anniversary will be on 3rd June.
Finally, Captain, how soon do you expect this whole court proceedings to end? Your own timelines you're looking at?
We leave that to the lawyers.